and gentlemen, we're on that one, by the way. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. We've got a big show planned for you today. She didn't bring a syringe.
You didn't tell me I could if that was allowed.
Well, that would have been fine. That would have been fine. We the 1 year we're gonna get Deena up here with a syringe, or maybe somebody.
Yeah, I'm not a nurse, so that probably wouldn't be a good idea.
Not you then. Not you. We'll get somebody. Right. We're going to talk today about flu shot for this year, as well as COVID boosters, and we're going to talk to get you folks all informed about what is going on and how you can make yourself remain healthy over the course of the wintertime. Deena Mosbarger from the Clay County and Effingham counties departments of health, and we are going to we'll talk about all that stuff here in just a minute. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. My name is Bruce Dickey, and happy Tuesday, October 12th to you today. What is going on around the neighborhood today? You're off the air, so just mind your business, whatever you want to do. She can go find me some a syringe. Who knows? No, that's okay. We won't. How much training would it take for you to be able to do that?
So LPNs can give vaccinations, and RNs as well.
And RNs, okay.
And RNs,
LPNs could. CNAs cannot.
CNAs cannot.
Okay.
CNAs cannot. They have expanded it a little bit to pharmacists. Yeah. Because you see vaccinations given at CVS and Walmart and so on, but we're kind of preferential to our nurses.
Well,
they give a lot of vaccinations, so we're kind of partial to them. It's worth pay the nurses to do what they're trained and they've given a lot. They're experienced.
I can't imagine how many they've given over the past few months. What is going on today? Not too much really to tell you about in terms of community events. I could only actually find one, and really it's something you don't want to do unless you have to do it. This is up in Newton at the Jasper County Health Department. They are doing a DUI risk education class, and that is today from 9 to 11:30. You don't want to do that if you don't have to do that. Pre-registration is not required, however, but the $110 fee must be paid before you start your classes. Classes are limited to just 5 spots. If you have questions, you can give them a call up there in Jasper County at 618-783-4154. What else is going on today on Tuesday, October 12th? Ladies and gentlemen, this is a true national holiday. This is National Gumbo Day. On October 12th, the menu spotlights National Gumbo Day as far as food holidays go. This heavily seasoned stew-like dish fills us up on chilly fall days. Originating in southern Louisiana during the 18th century, gumbo typically consists of strongly flavored stock with meat and shellfish and a thickener and seasoned vegetables. The seasoned vegetables may include celery, bell peppers, and onions. A lot of folks use okra in in Cajun cuisine. As the trio of bell peppers, celery, and onions, by the way, is known as the Holy Trinity, and most people do serve gumbo over rice. It also falls into different categories based on the types of thickener used. A lot of folks, gumbo arose from the West African word for okra. Many folks believe this word association is how the soup and the ingredient became intertwined. Gumbo is thought to have been first documented in 1802 and was listed in various cookbooks in the latter 19th century. It gained widespread popularity in the 1970s when the U.S. Senate cafeteria added gumbo to the menu in honor of Louisiana Senator Allen Ellender. So there you go. Since 1989, Newberry has hosted the World Championship Gumbo Cook-Off. So there you go, folks. National Gumbo Day. And actually, since we're going to talk about flu shots today, and folks occasionally don't like talking flu shots, every segment today, I'm going to open with a shot of gumbo.
There you go.
Just to make people feel good. And I wish I was opening with a shot of gumbo, but a picture of gumbo.
Do you make good gumbo?
Oh, my mother makes incredible gumbo. I've never done it.
Okay.
Because I just, I'm not good. I'm quite good at it. But why do it when your mother makes such good gumbo?
There you go.
She is 84 years old. I probably better try learning how sometime. What else is this today, ladies and gentlemen? This is National Farmers Day. October 12th offers much-deserved praise to the hardworking farmers across the nation. In the midst of harvest season, the day pays tribute to the men, women, and families who put food in the grocery stores and on our tables every day. Just 2 million people in the United States now are farmers or work in the farming industry, or at least the farmers, the actual farmers anyway. So from having at the turn of the 19th or the 20th century, that was probably about 1/3 of Americans were farmers. All kinds of products are involved and rely on agriculture, including leather, apparel, restaurants, beverages, textiles, trucking, all kinds of folks. Some cities and towns across the United States celebrate their own versions of Farmers' Days, as dates are scattered throughout the year, but many are held in September and October. By the way, this was started on October 12th because, and many years ago, because it used to be when the harvest was just about over. Folks would think that harvest was over on October 12th. A lot of times it is. It's not now because it's so doggone big. There's just a lot of crop still out there, right?
There is, and dust is flying, but I guess we're going to get some rain, and yeah,
that's what I hear. A little bit of rain later on this week. One other thing about National Farmers Day, folks, you gotta let them drive.
Yes.
If you see some farm implements on the road, don't get huffy. Take your time, because by golly, you're not going to win. First of all, you're not going to win in an accident with a farmer, and but they are doing their best to help the world. So by all means, take it slow and take it easy to help out the farmers. Okay, what else is today? This is another one good for you, ladies and gentlemen. This is National Savings Day. National Savings Day recognizes folks who value the act of saving and provide simple steps to show how getting started isn't or may not be as difficult as it seems. Here's some ways to save money. I had never heard this one. The 30-day rule is you take 30 days to think about whether you should buy something, and which might help you avoid buying on impulse. Pay off your credit cards, everybody. I got to tell you, Deena, of all of these, I probably have not done any. I'm just the worst when it comes to. Well, I take that back. I do have a little bit of savings, but I can't get to it because it's a pension plan. So it's probably the best kind of savings you can have, right?
The kind you can't touch.
There you go. That's right. Do pay off your credit cards every month. Also, you might pay attention to your credit score if you get the opportunity. Consult with a financial advisor. That'll help you with retirement and that kind of stuff. So do keep that in mind. And also, right now is probably the right time to refinance your mortgage, as the mortgage rates are very low, remain very low right now. So it's a good time. What's on TV? What do you want to see on Wabash today? We've got the Oblong Lady Panthers tonight. They are in North Clay taking on the Lady Cardinals. That'll be in Louisville tonight at 6:15 right here on this channel, Channel 100. Major League Baseball playoffs today. It's the National League Game 4 continuing in those division series. At 4:07, Milwaukee is at Atlanta, and also San Francisco at LA. That's at 8:07. TBS Channel 632 for both of those. NCAA football. Yes, it's back. They're doing NCAA games in the middle of the week. I love it. Appalachian State is at the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns. That's on ESPN2 tonight, Channel 638. And finally, tonight, opening night of hockey season. It is at 6:30 tonight. The Pittsburgh Penguins are in Tampa taking on the Champs. That'll be on ESPN Channel 601. ESPN has hockey now. Who knew? And that's at 6:30. It's going to be a doubleheader followed by the Seattle Kraken brand new expansion team at the Las Vegas Golden Knights. So do pay attention and enjoy that. Hopefully you'll have a good time watching hockey. Right there is Deena Mosbarger. I'm Bruce Dickey, and we are going to get you and keep you healthy for the rest of this year as well as into next year. You stick around. We'll be right back after this. Do please hang around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
It's the weekend and your symptoms are worsening. The morning of a big meeting and you have a bigger sore throat. Ever experience that urgency after picking up your sick child and your community health center has already closed? You will be able to connect to a provider at crhpc.org. Even if you have never been to CRHPC, you are welcome to utilize our services. Feel better after scheduling a video visit with CRHPC.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Joined today by Deena Mosbarger. She is from the Clay County and Effingham counties departments of health. Pick one, you'll find her there one day or the other. Something like that. All I know is I got a hold of her because they've got stuff going on.
We do.
I am so glad to hear it. It's great for you to be back here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Last time you were here, we were talking shots, and we're going to talk shots again today. But let's start with the flu shot. Is there a large need now for the flu shot? I know that last year's flu season was relatively mild because everyone was cooped up.
Exactly.
How about now?
Well, we're actually scared that the flu season could be a little bit worse because we didn't have that exposure last year.
Yeah.
And we were all wearing masks and we were staying inside. So more important than ever this year that folks get out and get their flu vaccination. So do you know how young you can get that?
Okay, now this is quiz time for me. Okay, I'm going to say 5 years old.
Lower than that.
Lower than that.
6 months.
Really?
6 months. Wow. So 6 months and up are
camera,
eligible for the flu shot. And we can take those any Wednesdays when we do our immunization clinics or by appointment. If that works better, if Wednesdays aren't the day that you need to get your flu shot, we can take care of other folks.
This is in both Effingham and Clay counties.
So we will give it different days in Effingham County. We're doing it on a drive-through basis.
Oh, okay.
At the Effingham County Health Department. So trying to keep people as safe as we can. And we do that at Clay too, socially distanced and masked and all of that. But we have different dates at the Effingham County Health Department. It's especially important, though. We start at 6 months, but it is especially important for people 65 and up.
Is that right?
It is.
Why so?
Because over time, our immune response system gets weak. You know, our old bodies just kind of peter out.
I got to tell you, I'm 55 and it feels like I'm just getting weaker and weaker. That can't be true. I guess it is true.
So some days I feel it more than others.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Yeah.
But yeah, our immune systems, they grow weaker, and most of the flu deaths and flu hospitalizations occur in that age group over 65. So
really?
Very, very important. And so we offer a high dose vaccination.
Oh, really?
For people who are over age 65, it's 4 times as strong.
I did not realize that.
4 times as strong as the regular flu vaccine. And all flu vaccine this year is a quadrivalent, so it protects us against 4 strains. But that high dose, because older folks' immune systems are weaker, it really gives it a kick.
Do they think that... you mentioned that they think that this one may be a little bit rougher. Is that because with such a reduction last year of flu, is that because they think that folks will just be more? They haven't built up immunity to it.
I'm not sure if it's because they haven't built up immunity or just because we've started to let our guard down a little bit more. You know, we were so intense and meticulous about the steps that we take, washing our hands and doing all of those things last year, making sure we're wearing our masks. And now that's, you know, the new kind of wore off of that. And
well, we've got. She and I are both vaccinated against COVID. That's why we're sitting here without masks and feeling comfortable doing so. Yeah. Even though we are in an enclosed space.
We're still distanced.
Well, that's right. We're not quite 6 feet, though. We're still, I mean, still deeply arm length, past arm length. I can't reach out and touch her face or smack her or anything. I'm not going to do that.
Thank goodness.
But, you know what I think right now would be a good time for? How about a picture of Gumbo?
There you go.
I said we're going to show Gumbo in between. Okay, let me get off the Gumbo. See, now there's the I don't know if that's the current get your flu shot, but this is the Illinois Department of Health. How successful? Tell me, how successful were the earlier flu shot campaigns been so far this year?
I actually don't know that. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, as far as the number of folks who have turned out.
Yeah.
Great. So our numbers are pretty good, about average with what we've been doing. So I was
similar to 2019.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So we've been seeing a lot of folks come in, and then we do a mailing to those over age 65. And that's just a reminder. And so we have a really great response amongst that group, amongst that population. But like I said, we start at age 6 months. There's a lot of people in between that need to get their flu vaccination. And if you don't do it for yourself, you're doing it so you don't give it to somebody else.
That's that's the thing. That's the key point. How many folks do you think? And this is kind of why we're talking about it now, because we have a wide variety of ages that watch this show. How many folks? Since I had no idea you can get it at 6 months old. How many folks do you think realize that that's probably the time you need to start thinking about flu shots?
I don't know that everybody does. I think the physicians, pediatricians are doing a great job if they're making their well checks, recommending that they get it. But then we don't have to go visit the doctor, right? Between
That age until other than your your annual vaccinations and that kind of thing, kids don't go to the doctor unless they're sick.
Exactly. Right? So.
Well, I'm glad to hear though that is the COVID-19. Is there a lot of confusion between like maybe the flu shot and the COVID-19 shots?
I don't think there's confusion between the shots, but I think the symptoms sometimes overlap.
Yeah.
And so when you're wondering if you have the flu, especially when the Delta variant started circulating, we did see some gastrointestinal issues like with the vomiting and diarrhea and that kind of thing, which are normally affiliated with the flu.
Right.
So folks might have thought they had the flu and then got tested, found out they had COVID-19, which of course is highly contagious.
Yeah. How long into the winter, the late autumn and winter do you typically have to get before you realize, boy, this is a bad flu winter, or this is maybe not as bad a flu winter?
We start to do surveillance now through the Illinois Department of Public Health and the CDC. So the flu is not a reportable disease, so we don't get phone calls all the time like we do for COVID.
Yeah.
Every COVID case is reported. But they do surveillance with specific groups, and they watch through the military, actually.
Oh, really?
And see how the flu season is going. And we'll usually see that peak sometime at the end of December into January, and then we monitor those and look for trends.
Well, that's the interesting thing. You used to, I can recall in the pre-COVID days, you would occasionally, once in a while, see a school get shut down or see things get shut down for flu. But it didn't happen very often. But now with maybe the enhanced, with maybe more knowledge, do you see that as a possibility maybe?
We hope not. That's a goal. We don't want to close down school. We've worked very closely with the superintendents in both Effingham County and Clay County to do our very best.
Yeah.
If we identify an area where there's any type of disease spread, whooping cough has been an issue in the past, a little bit of flu, monitoring those absenteeism rates.
Measles in Washington, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
God forbid you get that back out.
So we don't want that. It is concerning bringing more people in from outside the U.S. who have not been vaccinated. And that's why vaccinations are so important. We haven't seen those things for years because of vaccination. That's
exactly right. I'll tell you what, let's take a quick break. We're going to talk a little bit more about some of the differences between the COVID and also the COVID boosters and how that might help, in addition to the flu vaccine. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Back with Deena Mosbarger after these words.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Scheid Diesel Service Company is your anything diesel full-service center and fuel injection shop. Scheid Diesel offers the quickest turnaround times to get you back on the road. Scheid Diesel can service any diesel engine from agricultural, construction, heavy-duty truck, and automotive. Let Scheid rebuild your pump, injectors, or turbos. Need custom fuel lines? Scheid has you covered. With a drive-in service, they offer a variety of services, including oil changes, engine rebuilds, DOT inspections, and DPF cleanings. For unmatched quality, think Scheid Diesel Service Company. Anything diesel. Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get ahead of the game at Carter Athletic Academy, where the goal is to transform you into the best young athlete you can be. Train for top performance in football, volleyball, soccer, baseball, and softball. Professional private lessons and clinics are always available with Carter Athletic Academy's expert training staff. Carter's exclusive Hit Track system brings skill development as well as exciting gameplay to batting cages. Plus, the Academy is the perfect spot for your special event or celebration. The Carter Athletic Academy in Fairfield. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Deena Mosbarger is here from the Clay County and also the Effingham County Health Departments. And that's amazing. You split your time both places.
Yes.
And actually, that's the thing. One place is just similar to the other. You've had the same problems in Effingham County as you have in Clay County. Everybody's getting sick everywhere, aren't they?
Exactly. There's nobody who's protected, except Antarctica's doing pretty good.
Antarctica, they've got a strict immigration rules. They are very strict. One of the things that a lot of folks may occasionally forget. Of course, now we've all been beaten over the head with the pandemic to wash hands and stuff, but we've also gone out of the pandemic. So what are some of the things? Here's some of the stop the flu stuff. And this is all just really still a good idea, isn't it, Deena?
It is still a good idea anytime. And that's not going to prevent just the flu, right? Whenever you wash your hands and you stay home if you're sick.
Yeah. It keeps other people healthy.
Exactly. And flu, cold, whatever's going around, that's always a good idea. But the number one, and it's at the top of your list, is to get a flu shot. That is the number one prevention.
Get the flu shot. And again, it's easy to get. You can get it, contact what is the easiest way to go about getting it?
The easiest way is to either call the health department if Wednesday doesn't work for you, or just walk in on Wednesday between 9 and 11:30, 1:30 to 4:30. It's free most of the time. Did you know that?
No, I didn't realize.
Most insurances pay for that 100%. Medicare covers it 100%.
I knew the COVID shots were free.
Yes. So we do bill for it, so it's not free. Somebody's paying for it. Usually the insurance. But if you don't have insurance and you need to pay for it, the cost is pretty low, $40 for the regular. If you need that high dose, but if you're over 65, most folks have Medicare, but that one is the $85. And if people are homebound, you think, well, if you're not getting out, would you need a flu shot? You still have people come see you, right?
Yeah.
And we have home health that will come out and do the flu shot in their home. So just call us. We can schedule that. We're glad to go out and do that. We'll do a flu shot or a COVID shot.
What hours on that Wednesday?
So 9 a.m. to 11:30.
In Clay County.
In Clay County. And 1:30 to 4:30 in the afternoon in Clay County.
Okay.
In Effingham County, it is a drive-through clinic. Need to check the Effingham County website, and that's a different day typically, and runs from 9 to 3 on those days.
Okay, well, see, it's just the thing, the amazing thing to do. Here's again the 3 C's of stopping the spread of the cold and the flu. Clean your hands often. Scrub your hands for 20 seconds. We've heard all this before. Cover your mouth when you cough, as well as contain germs by steering clear of others who are sick. This is from Texas, the Texas Flu Organization. So these are just things we need to remind each other from time to time, don't we?
Exactly.
If you're sick, don't go in. And that's the thing. People think a lot of hard workers. Most Americans are hardworking people, but they think, I got to be the hero. I gotta work. Even folks who have sick days, they got to get that work done. It's really not that way, is it? It shouldn't be anyway.
If you take a rest, you're going to get over it a lot faster, and you're not going to take out as many people. And so if you talk to your boss, they're probably going to want that, right?
Yeah.
We need you to get well. You can recover more quickly, and you're not going to take out anybody else if you stay home.
Well, that's the thing. Let's remind folks, how long does the flu does the flu virus keep a person down?
So if you
because it's different from COVID in that
correct.
fashion.
So if you get the actual flu, it can still be about the same length of time, 7 to 10 days.
Yeah.
It can last a while, and of course, if you're immunosuppressed, it may put you in the hospital, turn into pneumonia, and then it gets real scary. That's when we see those deaths. But you shouldn't go back to work until you've been without a fever for at least 24 hours without the use of a fever-reducing medication. So if you've been taking Tylenol or ibuprofen to keep that fever down, you need to stop and make sure you're fever-free for 24 hours.
That's the tricky part, I think, Deena, that folks don't think about. They may feel better, but they're also taking your Tylenol or you're taking your fever reducers, your Advil or something like that, and you need to be able to get away without that before you go back to work, right?
And that's how you know that your body's not fighting as hard anymore, because that's what causes the fever. Your body is fighting.
See, I've got one other one here. I was going to show you and the flu. This is kind of if you have heart disease. The flu can really attack folks who have heart disease, and that's why they have the higher level of vaccine for the older folks too, right?
Because that immunosuppressed system, weaker immune system, and if they have, we call those comorbidities, right? When you have other health issues, that is part
Lord.
of it.
Don't start talking about comorbidities with me. We could go all day long about comorbidities. I tell you what, let's do. We're going to take another quick break. When we come back, Deena and I, we're going to talk a little bit about, the COVID is still going on. We're going to talk about boosters, right?
Yes.
That is around, and we'll do that right after this word. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Back after this. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local hand-cooked tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Deena Mosbarger is here, and we are talking about flu vaccination. Flu vaccination season is here, even though last year wasn't a tough year for the flu. You're not going to be in as much as you were last year. You're going to get out and see people more this year, and that's one of the things that we want to make sure that you know about it. In addition, Deena, there have been over the past few months, there have been the COVID booster stuff has come out. Now, it hasn't happened in Illinois yet, or in Clay County or Effingham counties yet, but there are some states and some areas that are over 70 or 80% vaccinated to COVID. However, you might need a new one. And now they haven't, it's really a kind of a confusing time right now about that, isn't it?
It is a confusing time because there's two different reasons you would get another shot. So there's a third dose, and then there's a booster shot. And those two things are slightly different. And so I brought some notes because I can't always remember that either.
Cheat, man.
It's
cheat
like,
all
that's
you
what I have
want.
to
I'm
do.
fine with that.
So the third dose is at least 4 weeks after the second dose. So there's three types of vaccine. There's Moderna, Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson.
Okay.
So Moderna and Pfizer are the 2-dose type.
Right.
Okay. And if you need a third dose, that's for people who have received an organ transplant.
That's for the really the folks who are really vulnerable.
Exactly.
Right.
If you're receiving active cancer treatments, that affects a lot of folks. Advanced or untreated HIV. So then you can get a third dose of Pfizer or Moderna. Okay. And then we switch over to the booster. Okay. And
different thing. This is where we're gonna have to start doing a little juggling.
Yes.
Because the Pfizer and Moderna are two different things at this point.
Exactly.
Through this week, anyway.
Through this week, so there's
because it might be different next week. We're all hoping.
There are hearings this week with the FDA. You've probably heard about that and looked that up. So
well, you know why I heard about that? Well, because I'm a Moderna.
Yes.
I'm a Moderna vaccine.
I'm a Moderna too.
and my wife is a Pfizer vaccine. So she is eligible now. Well, I presume. Go finish about the eligibility for that.
Sure. So the booster is what people with Pfizer, it's only approved for Pfizer right now. Which is why your wife is eligible 6 months after they completed their primary series. So 6 months after they got their first 2 doses of Pfizer.
Finished up in late March.
Okay. And then this is for people who are 65 years and older.
Not there.
Okay. 18 plus who live in a long-term care setting.
Not quite there.
Okay. I didn't ask where you live.
I am terrible about giving long-term care, so she isn't living there.
18 plus who have underlying medical conditions.
That's the one.
Okay. And then 18 plus who work in high-risk settings. So healthcare workers, teachers, because they're constantly exposed. So those folks. So we are giving those boosters. I have to get my wording right. Those boosters, we are giving those now. At the health department, and both Moderna, Pfizer, those are the 2 types we have. We used to have some Johnson & Johnson. That's not so popular now, but those have to be scheduled in advance because they come frozen, and they have to get those vials out in advance, and then they have to be used within so much time of being defrosted.
It's interesting to me, and this is the fascinating part of there's all kinds of fascinating about the medicine behind it and the research behind these vaccines. It's fascinating to me that the booster, basically, instead of getting the same amount of
medicine.
I was going to say venom, but that's really the wrong word.
we don't inject people with venom.
No, that's the wrong entirely word. That's entirely instead of getting the same amount of medicine as you got for your first shot or your second shot of the Pfizer or the Moderna, it's half of that, isn't it?
So you know what? I didn't even look at that.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll trust you.
Yeah, it is. Because that's how the research in the creation of these vaccines, how good it was. That's what people don't realize, and this to me, and I'm not getting on political soapbox here, but to me the most frustrating part of people not getting the initial vaccination, which you're still giving, right?
Yes. So if you've not been vaccinated, you can still come and start your series fresh.
But if you're getting a booster, you need to tell them you're getting a booster, because it's a different level. It's a different amount.
Correct.
But anyway, neither here nor there. But that's what fascinates me about the hesitation of folks, is the research that people did is so good. The scientists pouring work on this for months and years. I mean, that's people think, oh, well, they did it so quickly, it has to be just slipshod. That's not true at all, is it? No. They were working on these delivery systems for 10 or 15 years.
So they've been giving vaccinations for years and years, and when COVID presented itself, they were partially there.
Yeah.
So that's.
A lot of it is the same technology that went into creating the vaccinations for smallpox, for even the recent vaccinations for smallpox, for the ones, the Ebola. I mean, they've got vaccinations for it now. They were continuing to work swine flu 2009. They've been working on this kind of. That's what fascinates me. That people think, oh, well, that's just not there yet. It is there, isn't it?
The technology is there. They've been working on it for years. And do you know the reason for the booster? Do you know why they?
No.
So even though COVID-19 was new, and then it started with these variants, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like the flu. Every year,
there's four. You said quadrivalent this year.
Yes, quadrivalent, and it changes just a little bit.
Yeah.
And COVID-19 did the same thing.
Yeah.
It gets smart. If you can imagine that viruses can be smart, but it mutated slightly, and so the Delta variant that was becoming more prevalent, they developed the booster shot and said you will have an even stronger immune response after 6 months when it starts to wane, when the vaccine starts to wane a little bit, if you have this little booster.
Well, that's the thing. They're very helpful, and they're helpful to you and to your neighbor and to the man or woman down the street and the kids in the school.
Yes.
I mean, what are the ages now that folks can get the COVID? Is it down to 6 months too?
It is not. It is not.
Dang it! I was going to guess that one.
They've been working on that, but it's not there yet. So Pfizer is approved for 12 and up.
Okay.
Moderna is 18 and up. And they're still working on getting those pediatric doses just what they need to be in order to fight off effectively COVID.
To any effect, I tell you what, go ahead, try to go out. If you don't have your COVID vaccination shot yet, by all means, consider it. Do all your own research, and I think if you do your research, it's tremendously persuasive.
It is.
That's. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here to tell you get your COVID. Yes, I am. Get your vaccination if you can, but do your research and make sure you do that, and you'll find it very, very, very persuasive. I tell you what, let's do. We're going to take a quick break, and when we return, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the differences between COVID and flu. How's that?
That sounds great.
That's what we'll do. You're watching Big Talk. Back right after this. Do please stick around.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at carnabysquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
When it comes to your banking, you have as many options as colors in the crayon box. That's why you can bank your way at Teutopolis State Bank. What works best for you may be different from what works best for your neighbor. Teutopolis State Bank is built to serve all your banking needs, whether it's online banking, mobile check deposit, text banking, or just stopping in to see them at one of their 3 convenient locations. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender, it's Teutopolis State Bank. Banking made personal since 1913.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our power brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for joining us today. Deena Mosbarger is here. She is from the Clay County and Effingham County Health Departments, and we are talking about flu shots. How many flu shots do you guys think are given out over the course of one winter time?
Season?
Over season, yeah.
We do thousands in both Effingham and Clay. Yeah. I mean, it's reached over 10,000, I believe, in the Effingham County area. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a lot.
That's a lot. Well, that's a lot. I admit I'll be getting one, that's for sure. I don't know. Let's see, I've had it in Clay County. Does it matter if I get it Wayne County or Clay County?
It does not. We want to take care of you, though. I should have brought someone over.
I appreciate that. Next year, we will, I tell you what, we'll make sure we set it up so that we'll bring a nurse in to make sure. And that's the other thing to make sure you realize. These are professional nurses giving these shots. Okay, let's talk about some myths maybe that folks think. Before we get to that, I do have some more gumbo. Look at all that pretty. Those are some pretty shellfish, plus the wide cut open okra there. National Gumbo Day, 3 or 4 different ways to eat gumbo there. Oh, now this was the best looking one. I like that. That's got a little grease in it. Yum. But you see, one of the things is with gumbo, you got to have good sausage. So you got to have good
that andouille, isn't it?
Got to have the andouille sausage. There you go. Let's see. I'm going to get back to that. I want the myths. Common flu myths and the flu shot myths. The flu vaccine can give you the flu. That's entirely untrue, isn't it?
That is entirely untrue. Now, some people, there's side effects from the flu vaccination, but they're short-lived and they're pretty minor. You wouldn't even notice that. Some people might feel a little bit of soreness at the site. Could be redness. You may run a low-grade fever for a few hours, but it's gone. Then it's gone.
The flu is just a bad cold.
No.
That's entirely untrue as well.
If you've ever had the flu and somebody said, it's just a cold.
If you had the full-born flu.
Yeah.
It's a lot worse.
And I'm sure you would be the first to correct somebody.
I had a day, and I ended up having the flu. Last time I had it, it was a short-lived, but I got to over 104 fever, and you get to 104 fever, you remember that.
Yeah.
Well, you don't remember while you had it.
You feel lousy.
But you don't want that ever again because the fever's bad. Healthy people don't need to be vaccinated. Is that true?
That is not true.
That is entirely false.
That is entirely false. You want to protect yourself as well as others.
Okay, how about the flu shot is all I need to protect against flu season. If I get that flu shot, doggone it, I can go out and willy-nilly and kiss all the girls.
You better talk to Dodie about that. But no, you need to follow all those other precautions as well, and make sure you're washing your hands. We've talked about that. Covering your cough. Staying home if you get something that might not be the flu, you still don't want to spread those germs.
Oh, that's true. You can't spread the flu if you feel good.
That's not true either.
That's not true either,
That is not true either.
Why is that?
You can have that virus perking up in your body and not even know it. And I know we're going to switch off and talk about COVID a little bit and about our kiddos. They're so resilient.
Yeah.
Some of them just run right through it and they got a fever. You don't even know it.
And you might think it's just an ear infection or something like that. And, who knows? Okay. You should get the flu shot every year. That's true.
Yes, that is true.
If I had it last year, isn't that good enough?
No. We talked about how those viruses get smart and they change. And so you need to get the latest flu shot to fight off the current strain.
The flu vaccine doesn't work after Thanksgiving. Do you get asked that a bunch?
I've never heard of that. That's a new one on me.
Well, that's false.
that is false. Flu season.
How long does the flu vaccine usually work?
Well, we give it once a year, but flu season typically runs through March, and it does start to wane. It weakens after time, but we have had a few late flu seasons when winter wants to hang on, and that can be even into April.
Okay, so again, get your flu shot, and if you haven't gotten your COVID shot, let's talk about that. Tell us a little bit about the difference. Influenza, while it can be very violent, it's not quite the killer that COVID is it?
It is not. So the biggest issue, and you've got this at the top of that COVID list, the new loss of taste or smell. That is not similar to flu, obviously, and I don't know that goes with any other things other than maybe if you burned your tongue, you can't taste for a while. But that if folks have lost their sense of taste or smell, that's almost a giveaway that they have COVID-19.
How are you finding people who have had COVID? What is typical? Or is there typical in regaining of sense of smell and sense of taste?
And this is just anecdotal information from people I've talked to, and you've probably got some of the anecdotal information as well.
I had COVID, so
There you go. So I do have a friend who lost his sense of taste in November of last year, and it is coming back, but it's still off.
That's 11 months ago.
That is 11 months ago, and I like to eat.
Yeah.
I don't want to experience that.
I had it in November myself, and I lost sense of taste and smell for about a month. It was the worst Thanksgiving ever.
Yes. It's bad to not. I enjoy food, and that's awful.
Well, that's the thing that I think probably freaked me out more than anybody was the. I mean, it was a brand you couldn't taste or smell all of a sudden.
Did you try to eat some really potent things? Like,
Yes,
I've heard
did.
of people try to eat
No,
jalapenos, try to eat.
I drank a Budweiser. I love Budweiser. You know, that's not potent, but I'm used to drinking Budweiser just to see what it tastes or smell like. And it was like fizzy water. It was like like club soda. But I didn't feel well enough to try to drink tequila.
Didn't want to risk it, push it that far.
I didn't feel well. I said, no, I'm just not in the mood. I'm just not in the mood. What else do folks need to keep an eye on about the difference between COVID and influenza?
So what we're seeing right now, and in the last month or so with seasonal allergies and the runny nose and some of that, you can see that on the influenza side.
Right.
And I think this might be an older slide, possibly because we're seeing a lot of that with COVID-19 as well.
Oh, is that maybe part of the Delta variant?
It is.
Is that right?
We know occasionally IDPH will pull some samples from different groups, and we can see which variant is prevalent in our community, and so we know that the Delta variant is here, but we've had more folks come through that said, I think I just have sinuses. I get this every year at this time, got a little bit of bronchitis, sore throat, and boom, it is COVID. Now, the scary thing about that, they may get over it, may just act like allergies, but some folks don't. They don't get over it, or they pass it on because it is so contagious. They don't stay home because allergies aren't
Allergies aren't
infectious.
catching.
Yeah.
Well, do people, at what point should somebody consider testing?
So if you're experiencing those symptoms and they don't go away within like a 24 to 48 hour period, we would recommend that they get tested. Of course, we do down at Beyond the Bell, down there by Dollar General. We do the free testing Monday through Friday, 8:30 to noon, and that is what's called a rapid antigen test. There is a better test, the PCR. They kind of call that the brain tickler, that goes deeper, and that can be done at one of the clinics here in town.
Oh, really? Okay. Now, I didn't know the other one didn't do the brain tickler too.
Yeah, it does not go as deep, so we don't need to go as far into the nair, and.
So how far? Now I'm asking this for all those who might be scared as to getting one. How far does the first one go?
So the rapid antigen goes about just past the tip.
Okay, so it's in basically the nose.
Yeah, it's in the nose. It's not that nasopharyngeal way up in the bridge.
Yeah, that's the one I had.
Yeah.
You get one of those, you know all about it.
You remember it, and we've had some kiddos that come through crying, and they don't want that, and then this doesn't need to go as deep.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that makes some sense. How now the Pfizer can go to 12-year-olds. Have there been any? Have the health departments had a lot of kids coming in to get the shots? Have you had? I mean, there's always room for more, isn't there?
Right. There is always room for more, and I did look at our percentages, so it is going up, but it's still pretty low throughout Clay County, and in Effingham County, still pretty low. A lot of it depends on their experience, their family's experience with COVID, and I hate that you have to go through a traumatic event before you consider getting the vaccination. But that seems to be what swings most people or convinces them that they need to get the vaccination.
All right, so again, every Wednesday at Clay County, and check the website, check the Effingham County website, Facebook too, right?
Yes, and that's for the flu vaccination. COVID has to be by appointment.
Right. COVID by appointment. Deena, you've been a font of information.
Great.
Thank you so much. And I got to tell you, our thanks to all the folks working for you, because you guys are the front line, and you guys are kicking butt.
I appreciate that, and a call out from me too, because you can't do it alone. There's an entire team of folks that have dedicated the last year and a half.
Absolutely. Yes. Deena, thanks for your time. Hey folks, stay healthy. We'll see y'all next time on Big Talk. Have a great day.